Hi Aries, welcome to your annual 2025 Astrology Horoscope forecast. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Anisha. I talk everything around astrology and tarot. So Aries, I'm going to be focusing on slow-moving planets. I'm going to be looking at Saturn, I'm going to be looking at Pluto, I'm going to be looking at Uranus, and I'm going to be looking at Neptune as well. Now, as we speak, in any case, we've started this year with a Mars, your ruling planet, which has been retrograde starting from last year, and it carries on being so till about end of February. But there are also a lot of planets that are retrograde as I speak. But by the time that March comes, Aries, it's, I think, one of the most intense months for you specifically. It is for all of us as well, because all these planets, the slow-moving planets, are changing signs. But for you specifically, because your Saturn and your Neptune phase is going to begin right now. I'll quickly give a gist exactly as to what these planets stand for globally, and then we'll break down your chart and see exactly into which house which planet is aspecting. I'll also be closing the video with a small tarot annual reading for you, which will give you a gist exactly of what to expect, what to watch out for. So do ensure that you watch the video till the end. So we have Pluto, which is finally going to be spending one entire year in Aquarius, and Pluto started its journey last year. It has been there in Capricorn for the last 2 odd decades or so. And Pluto is a god of underworld. I've spoken in great length in some of my older videos. I'll put up a link over there on exactly what Pluto stands for. But Pluto tends to, because it governs everything that has to do with the subconscious, it has to do with the roots, it has to do with things which we cannot see. Our foundations, our insecurities, our jealousies, our deep desires is what Pluto rules. So this is going to be an extremely transformative phase for all of us, and Pluto governs disruptive technologies like the AI and quantum computing. So we can expect a lot of transformative leadership globally. There is going to be more focus on decentralization. Also because Pluto is there in Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about we, it's about us, it's about humanitarian, it's about the collective. Pluto does not stand by anything that has to do with I, me, myself. I know that's really in contrast with what that we are seeing globally, because there seems to be more of a kind of a dictator energy all around that we are seeing across countries. However, Pluto is going to be ensuring that there is heightened focus on human rights, equality, and innovation. There are going to be, we will see challenges with control and resistance to oppressive structures as well. In fact, the last time when Pluto was in similar kind of a placement celestially, we had civil wars. Pluto is also going to be retrograde, but I'll speak about that later. Uranus, which is also going to be there for approximately 9 odd years, and Uranus is moving into Gemini now. And this again speaks about how fast communication, technology, and education is going to be really expanding worldwide. So there are going to be revolutionary changes as far as the education system is concerned, whether it's AI integration, whether there is global learning platforms that get expanded. So, and also there are going to be new forms of transportation. I won't be surprised if we have flying cars and space shuttles and so on in the next decade or so. So evolution also as to how humans interact with technology, maybe brain tech interface, is going to be something that we're going to be seeing. Now, Neptune is something which is going to be moving into your house, Aries, starting March. This is again a very long transit for you. It's going to be there for approximately 14 odd years for you. And Neptune is, it brings about a lot of haze. You know, we can't see things very clearly in the Neptunian phase. And because it's going to be there in your own house of self, it does tend to bring about a lot of confusion. But globally, Neptune, there is going to be a surge of spiritual warriors and visionary leaders now. There is going to be a movement for global peace that may integrate assertiveness and action and combining idealism along with courage. Also, there's going to be a lot of focus on personal authenticity and breaking illusions with conformity. I'm going to be talking about Saturn very briefly. This also is going to be there in your own house. But Saturn globally is going to be bringing about responsibility in leadership. It's going to be redefining courage, and in disciplined, it will require a disciplined action. And also we can expect in the next coming years, next 3 years, development of laws and systems fostering individual empowerment and entrepreneurial growth. Challenges also for impulsive leadership styles. There's going to be a lot of hire and fire quickly that we'll see, and which will become quite the norm. You know, we are maybe now that we raise eyebrows on something like that, or even look down, but it could become quite a normal thing, you know, that if you're not delivering exactly what you're hired for, then you are simply fired. And focus also on physical health and fitness industries as people become more conscious, you know. So I think a lot of AI again is going to be taking in place. I'm going to be breaking down the year for you, Aries. So for you, Pluto is going to be there in your house of friendships, and this is the house of your networking. This is the house of community, long-term goals. So for a lot of you, you'll find that your friendships become transformative, Aries. I mean, you'll find that people really come and change you. And also for a lot of you, you know, you will find that there are power struggles in groups. So try and see that in 2025 onwards, rather, because Pluto is there for 2 decades in this house of your transformation and friendships. You're then going to be having Gemini, which is there in your house of communication. This is the house of siblings. So it can be that you will find that there are quite sudden changes as far as your communication. Maybe your communication style changes, and Uranus is here for a long period. It's going to be there for a good 9-year period, Aries. So you will find that either there is a lot of travel, sudden travel, which is not travel, or which is not planned. And also you will find that there are a lot of innovative ideas that you're coming with. This also speaks about your siblings' house. So it can be that maybe something very unique or innovative or almost eccentric is something that your sibling comes up with. And, you know, everyone is trying to sort of conform to your siblings' way of life. Also, at times, in certain cases, it can be that it also speaks about, you know, your siblings speaking their truth of who they really are. It's like coming out. We have Neptune then, which is going to be moving into your own house, Aries, and this is like a biggie for you. We also have Saturn, and both these are happening in March. That's your birthday month. And Saturn is going to be there from, it enters around 2025, and it's going to be there till 2039 for you. And Saturn is going to be there till 2029 for you. So Neptune is going to be redefining, or in the next almost sort of 14 odd years, you're going to be I think rediscovering yourself, and also because Neptune tends to dissolve our own sense of self, or at times when we are, we don't see ourselves clearly. We have this image which is really far from who we are. And Neptune often, unfortunately, and thankfully you have Saturn over there. So Saturn, it's like a big tug of war where Saturn is saying that stay disciplined, look at the practicality. You need to be focusing on things which are real. But Neptune is going to be dragging you on the other side, and it will sort of make you disbelieve in the reality and say that no, things are not like that, and everything is, being really in a la la land. So the entire tug of war or struggle between the Neptune and Saturn is going to be there in your own house of self. So this is something I think which is very critical for you, that you really need to be watching out for the entire 2025 as to how it is that you not just deal with people and see people for who they really are. And especially this has to do with your groups of friends, whom people you may consider as your tribe, who are not really your tribe. But I guess there is either a desperation really to belong, or with the Neptunian energy which makes you believe in things which are not true. So there could be people around you, people who love you and care for you, and they could be telling, this is not how it is, and you could be telling yourself, no, I know better, this is not how the story is, I have another version of it. So Saturn is just there for 3 years, and Neptune is there for like a good 14 years. So the sense of try and ensure that you're not sort of lying to yourself, Aries, about who you are, what your core values are, what is it that you want in life, what is your true identity, because Neptune will help you rebuild your own sense of self, provided you have the courage to let the farce sort of dissolve. And Aries is there initially to help you make that discipline. It is there to help you also, I would say, take charge also of your professional life. So some of you could come about in leadership roles for the next 3 years. And also, I think it does wonderfully well in personal growth, and if you really want to take charge of your health, because this is there in the house of self. The tarot reading for you for 2025 are 3 cards that I have picked. We have the Emperor, we have the High Priestess, and we have Strength, which you're really going to be needing. And these are like really beautiful cards. I think this really sums up the year for you, Aries, because Emperor is all about focusing on leadership. This is on assertiveness. This is also about taking charge of life, of your work, of your, even I would say, being sort of showing the way even to others by example. And then of course we have High Priestess. She merges very well with Neptune, and this is about trusting your intuition, especially because with Pluto being there in your house of friendships for the next 2 decades, you're going to be coming across a lot of people who really claim to be and this is despite all your good intentions, Aries, they'll claim to be like really by your side and be your friends and be your tribe. But these are really fair weather friends or fair weather people that you will find even in work, and I would say mostly in your network, in your friends, because this is really the house of friends and your community or people whom you may consider as your tribe. So use your intuition, especially in personal matters. And this is really, it's very Pisces energy. So this calls for a balance between logic and spirituality. And then we have the beautiful strength which you're really going to be needing, I think, with Saturn and Pluto and Neptune creating havoc. You need to be staying resilient in the face of challenge, and your inner strength is going to get tested. But this is it will help you prevail nonetheless. You just need to dig in a little bit more deeper. So do take on leadership roles at work, and don't ignore your intuition, especially in decision making, and especially as far as groups of friends are concerned. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Aries. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.